Hello. I wanted to come on, you guys, and show you how I did that rag bow on my last project. It's super simple and it's really similar to the pinch bow, but the difference is using different types of fabrics and different textures and different size prints. So I just thought it would be fun to come on here and kind of just show you quickly what I have done with it. And hold on, I've got people coming in and out of my room, so apologize for the noise. Different scales of fabric, like large print and small print. We have solids, and just you can throw in lace. So I just kind of wanted to show you quickly how I made those and how you can make them too. They're super easy, and it's a nice fun punch of dimension on your projects, let alone color. And they're just a lot of fun to make. So first, let's start, and I'll show you what I have that I made mine from. Like I said, different textures, different fabrics. I have a cotton, I have like a wool kind of flannel in a sense. Like I think they consider it flannel, but you can certainly use wool. Good time to go to the thrift stores or yard sales, get old pieces of apparel and rip them up and use them when you're looking for your sweaters to do your sweater crafts and stuff like that. Keep your eye out for wool type looking jackets and stuff that you could cut apart. I think I got these at Joann's last year or the year before, and so when I can find them, I try to grab onto them and get as much as I can because I use them for everything. And this is just your typical muslin. You can get that at fabric stores. You can get it at Walmart if they have a craft section at your Walmart. Super inexpensive, and you can get it in the different colors. There's more of a lighter color, and this is more of the tea stained. You can also tea stain it yourself, coffee stain, which I do because I make dolls and stuff like that. So that's an option, and you gotta love the checks. So I just love the plaid checks. So I throw that in everything because that's just my go-to. And then little flat lace, you know, works. And then also what I do to give it some a little bit of puff and stuff is I'll even add tulle, you know, little scrunchies of tulle in there just for another texture and for some volume. You'll need probably a minimum 4 different fabrics. You want different colors. Colors can be whatever you want them to be, but you know, you want them coordinating somewhat with the project that you're making. Then you also, like I said, you want to have large print, small print. This one has like a, it has a pattern, but you know, it's still a plain solid color, thin cotton, you know, whatever you want to use. Whatever you want to put in it is fine. There is no right or wrong. And then I wanted to show you a little helpful hint. If you do not have the little cool little Cricut Easy Press, you know, that everybody seems to have these days, I don't. I just use my flat iron sometimes, or this hot curling iron if you need to straighten out your fabric so it works better. Sometimes it's nice to have it scrunchy, I'm not gonna lie, because it just looks cute. So I'm gonna show you what I do to straighten if I do want it straightened. Ribbons, anything. Just stick it in the iron and literally just pull it through, and it will straighten it. It kind of works better when you go at a diagonal. I don't know why, it just does. Oop. But yeah, super simple, and it kind of straightens it out for you. So we got that one done. I probably just hit the camera, sorry. I'm probably bouncing you, making you sick. Let's do this one. Be careful not to burn yourself. Zip it through real quick. It doesn't take long. Okay, so let's put that down there. Like I said, if you want it scrunchy, You can. It's not a big deal. Let's turn that off because I know I'll end up bumping it and burning myself. So like I said, 4 fabrics. I have the 4 fabrics. Like I said, I had this. Scraps are great. I had this and we're going to throw it in there and see how it does. And then pipe cleaner for tying it off, or you can certainly use a zip tie. I just go with the pipe cleaners because it's just easier for me. And then tulle, if you want tulle in there, coordinating, pair of scissors. You want some wire cutters so you can trim your pipe cleaner or your zip tie. Scissors will work too if you have a junky pair of scissors. I have my good fabric scissors that nobody can touch. So I don't use those on those types of things. And then we have some embellishments. And your embellishments that you can put on there, you can do anything. Seriously, you can put anything on there. Little wood, you know, cutouts, you just glue on. Buttons, got buttons that you can put on. A lot of times I'll glue the button on, but I will take embroidery floss of a coordinating color of what I'm working on and thread it through and tie a little knot in it and trim it just so it looks like it's sewn on. So jingle bells, rusty stuff, because I'm into the very primitive grungy look. So I do a lot of rusty and grungy where you don't have to, you do what you like. And also I have different metal rusty shapes that I've had for years and years and years. You can do pretties, put some little bling bling on your bow. Like seriously, do whatever you want to put on there that you love. There is no right or wrong. So what I'll do now is I'm going to cut my little pieces. I generally try to keep it about 6 inches, but you know, do it however wide you want to do. I like to do it about 6 inches. Thinking about, because really it's going to be crunched. I might go 7 because I don't mind trimming it if I need to trim it down. I'd rather have too much, to be honest, than not enough. So I think what we'll do is we'll go with 7. And I just cut a bunch of strips. Okay, so you're definitely going to need 4 each of each print, okay? So 4 7-inch strips out of each fabric that you choose. We might not use them all because it may get too bulky. It really depends on what you're putting it on and how bulky you want it. So just know that. Just layer it until you get the bulk that you want. Let's throw this. So we've got our 4 here, and you'll have strings, and all you can do is just pull them off. But I love it because I like that raw, you know, rough edge. So I like it when it does that. I'm a weirdo. Okay, so let's cut 4 of these quickly. Our cutting mat is like great for this because it's got the measurements on there, so it is so quick to just throw it on there, cut what you need at the measurement you need. And I like because it's non-stick, so everything comes off of it, cleans up well, self-healing. All right, so let's throw these out of the way. I'm only going to do 2 of these lace ones. Let me run this real quick. I turned it off, but let's see if I can get a little bit straightened here. I had this out in a junk bag. Okay, that should be good. Just enough to cut 2. But because lace is a little bit more bulkier, I'm only going to cut 2 and add 2. Throw that one over there. Seven. And I mean, it doesn't have to be like perfect, perfect, because you want it to kind of be rough. So don't stress on perfectly clean, straight cuts, because it's just a bow. It's nothing that somebody has to wear, that it has to be perfectly even. Kind of the rougher the better. And you could certainly use pinking shears if anyone still owns those. I love pinking shears because that would just give you another look. 7. And think about all the Christmas fabric coming, you know, coming out soon. It probably actually is priority out. That you could do. How fun would that be? All right, so we've got our 4. And basically you're going to just pile these up in the pattern, whatever you want on the back. I mean, they're all going to show, but you know, your back is a certain fabric, maybe the one that you like the least in a sense, and the front is the one that you really want to show. Like I'll probably put our lace on the top just so it shows. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the straight orange in the back, and we're going to form an X. Okay, so we're going to do 2. Hopefully I am within camera and you can see everything okay. Then we're going to do our muslin. Same thing. X, 2 of each. And then you're just going to layer up. Then we're going to do our plaid, our large plaid. I love this one. And then we're going to do our check. Okay, so we've gone through all 4. Now I'm still going to wait on my lace because what I want to do now is do a second layer. Same pattern. Just going to layer it up again. Okay, same way. Actually, I think I did that backwards when I said same way. We did the orange on the bottom, I think. Excuse my runny nose. It's that time of year. The weather's changing. And I can't ever seem to get ahead of it. Okay, so we have orange. And then we did muslin. Here's our other muslin. See how simple this is? Literally just layering it up in an X. And then do the plaid. And then I'll do my lace, the strings. Okay. Then almost the same way, I'm going to use pipe cleaner. Like I said, you use, oh, you know what we forgot? I am a horrible teacher today. We're going to do this. So just pull that out there. Kind of do 4 of these real quick. I like all the different layers and textures. It's just so much fun. Okay, so I think what I'll do, since I forgot, is go back under, down to that. The end of the first layer, and we will put one here. And we're going to put one here, and I cannot guarantee you I will not have somebody walking in through the door again. My husband and son are out there mowing the grass, and they don't know I'm in here filming, so they just kind of walk in. But it's okay, it's real life, baby. And then I think what I'm going to do is put this here. Like I said, you can do it however you want. There is no right or wrong, so please don't stress on how you do it. And if you get a layer off, it's not a big deal either, because nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. So then we have our little X. Okay, let me move this up here so you can see. And see how that tulle just kind of gives it some bulk. So now what we're going to do is pinch this in half there. And basically at your X, same as like it's the pinch bow that I did, you're going to gather it up and just pinch it together. Okay. Then you're going to, it's rough, but that's what I love about it. You don't have to think about it. So you're going to bring your zip tie straight down. Okay. Straight down. It's going to be just like that. And you're going to twist it. Now I have no strength. So if you pull it, try to pull it as tight as you can. So it really tightens that up and holds all those layers. Unfortunately, I have to use needle nose pliers just because with arthritis, I just don't have that strength. So I just do that a couple of times because I don't want it to break. I've had that happen. Okay, so you still have your X for the most part. We're straight down with the pipe cleaner like that. Okay. And then all I do is I just cut it off, take my needle nose pliers and roll that up so the sharp edges are tucked under. Smash that down, and then you can just turn it over and smash it. Okay. And now all you do is you just pull these layers apart and fan it out. And if you want to cut that shorter, it sometimes does better being shorter. So if you want to go with a smaller length, you can. But seriously, all you're going to do here is fan these out just like a bow. You know, just take your layers and pull them, separate them. Because it's fabric, it's not going to be stiff like ribbon, you know, like a wired bow. It won't have that stiffness. But this is what's fun about it. It's just kind of floppy and flouncy and it's just fun, you know. Like I said, you just pull it out to however you want. There is no rhyme or reason. You can certainly do more lace if that's what you want. You can do more of whatever you want. And after, you know, pulling it all out like this, you may have some more strings that you'll want to, you know, change up and stuff like that. Let's pull this. And you may find that, you know, you like the other side better. And that's okay too. Just kind of looking at it, you know, see which side you like better, because it really doesn't matter. It's just what you like. And then what I do is, after you somewhat get it to where you want it, like I said, if you trim these down, sometimes you can get a little bit more rounded, you know, cluster. So that is certainly up to you. So now we have a big piece of string here. We'll just pull that out. And the other thing too you can do is, if you didn't want to leave all those ribbons straight, you know, you can dampen this with a spray bottle. Just kind of mist it and then just scrunch it up and let it dry. And then you see how you'll get all of that cool, ruffly bunch. And that's a whole different look too that you can do. And then what I do is, let's pull the strings out. I'm going to show you. Then what you can do is hot glue or whatever your, let me trim this. It's kind of impossible to get all those strings. So you can put, look, you can put that on there, you know, whatever your theme is. You can sew on or glue on a Jingle Bell. That would be adorable with the Christmas fabric. You could bling it up if you want to bling it up. Make it fun with little resin or polymer clay, little bits, bubbles and bits. I mean, really, the ideas are endless. Dollar Tree, go find some fun little trinkets there and cut them apart and glue them on, like the little red trucks they have at Christmas, or, you know, whatever you want to do. And then you just attach that on and you're good to go, and then glue it on to whatever you want to glue it on. Let's do this. Let's trim this down let's just trim it down a little bit just to show you if we went a little bit on the smaller side. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of almost trim it up like a haircut. Just lift it and kind of get the length that you like. Maybe cut one and then just kind of trim it the others to that size. And you can make this top shorter if you want and layer it out like a bow if that's what you want to do. To me, I'm not gonna just take all that time to do that. I will make a loopy bow if that's the case, because I want this to kind of be imperfect. But I want you to see, you know, if you trim it down a little bit, it gets even a little bit bulkier. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just giving it a little trim. And you just kind of eyeball it, you know. You can also, you know, if that's your thing and then you just cannot not have it even, then, you know, lift it up and measure it and see. Let's move all that out of the way so you guys can kind of see where we're going with this. Just like having these a little bit. Now, I straightened them just so I could show you how to straighten if you want to straighten, but you could certainly spray it, dampen it. You don't want to get it too soaking wet. And then just kind of pull all your pieces apart and just scrunch it. You could wrap rubber bands around it until it dries and then just kind of pull it apart. So see, then you have a whole nother look to it where it's just kind of more raw and scrunchy. But I think it's adorable and they're just so much fun. And I will have a, what's it called? Like a little swag over the fireplace. Not a swag, but almost like the bead garlands that they hang up. I just did a Thanksgiving Day one and I'll be posting that. And so you can kind of see I used these on it in between the letters of my garland. And it's so cute. I love it. I really like the rusty bow. And who's to say you could put two on if you wanted? But I really like that. So that is how easy it is. You could add raffia and, you know, ball up some raffia. That would be adorable for the fall. And, you know, tinsel for Christmas. Like endless. The wired pom-poms. Love that. You know, just make it your own and just, you know, do what you love and all of that fun stuff. So that is it. I just wanted to share with you guys. So hope you enjoyed it. If you make one, please share. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest. I have full tutorials though on my Boom Chocolata page on Facebook. I just do a lot of reels and short snippets on the other channels. But if you want to see like slow down, detailed, go watch it on Facebook. And come join me over there. And I would love to have you. If you have any questions, just give me a holler or drop me a comment. I'm happy to help. All right, you guys, have a great day.